All right, so looking at number 15, ask us the slope of the line. If we look at that line, we should see that it is a horizontal line, and horizontal lines have slope of 0 because all of the y coordinates are the same. And so if you look, the y coordinates are the same. So if we were asked the equation of the line is y equals -4. But since we are asked the slope of the line is 0. This would automatically be ruled out as undefined because we know vertical lines have undefined slope. All the x values are equal. We didn't have a vertical line, we had a horizontal line. Number 16, ask us to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, which we should know is y equals mx plus b. And we are given the slope as -6 and the y-intercept as 9/4. And so we have enough information to be able to write the equation of the line here as y equals -6, that's our slope, x, and then our y-intercept is at 9/4. Number 17, we're looking to write the equation of the line. So I am looking to be able to know the slope, m, and the y-intercept, b. And so I already know it's a positive slope. If I look right here, my intercept is at 0, -4. So that is my slope. I do need to be careful that's my y-intercept. I do need to be careful that when I look at my lines on here, I can see that they're counting by 2s. And so if this is my next point, I'm actually going up 2 and over 2 for my slope. So my slope is up 2, +2, and to the right 2, +2, which would give me a slope of 1. And so my equation then, right to right, is y equals, the slope is 1x, the 1's implied to be there when we don't write it, and the y-intercept is -4. Number 18, ask us to look at these 2 points and to write the equation in point-slope form. Now, I don't know the slope, so that means I have to figure that out first. So I'm going to go off to the side here, and I'm going to look at my change in y, which would be 5 minus 1, and then over my change in x, which would be -3 minus 9. And so I'm going to end up with 4 over -12, which will be a -1/3. And so now I can have enough information to write the point slope form. And so remember that point slope form, I'll switch to a different color here, is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So you could actually have 2 answers for this. If you use this first point, the equation would be y minus 5 equals -1/3 times x minus a -3, which would be x plus 3. Or if you decided to use the other point, this 9,1, you would have y minus 1 equals -1/3 times x minus 9. Either of those are good answers. It then asks us what's the slope-intercept form. So we're going to take one of these point slope forms, doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to pick one and write it down over here. And I'm going to do those 2 steps to solve it for y. Distributive property. Let me see right here. I think that I wrote that down wrong. And that should be a 9 here, x minus 9. That's what it was right there. And so when we distribute here, we will have a plus 3. And then if we take that minus 1 and we add 1 to both sides, we're going to have y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4. And that's going to be the slope-intercept form. So that's my y equals mx plus b. Y equals negative 1/3 is the slope, and then x, and then my y-intercept is 4. In number 19, we need the x and the y-intercepts. And so I'm going to, for my first one, I'm going to let y, I need to find the x-intercept. And to do that, I let y equal 0. If y equals 0, that means this is out of the problem here. And I'm going to have negative 4x equals a negative 3.6. And when I divide both sides by negative 4, that is going to give me that x is equal to 9/10, 0.9. If I then switch and I need to find the y-intercept is when I let x equal 0. If I let x equal 0, this is gone. And I have 3y equals negative 3.6. And if I divide both sides by 3, y is going to equal a negative 1.2. Here we go, graph of the linear equation. We should know that vertical lines have undefined slope because all the x values are the same. If we go over to where x is equal to 2, we're then going to be able to take and draw a line that gives us that x is equal to 2.